Bryson, Bryce.
Whichever you prefer. I mean, everyone here calls me
Eden?
Edlund.
Edlund.
Yeah, Edlund.
Say your full name for me.
Bryson Lee Edlund.
And how old are you?
I am 22. Almost
22 years
23.
old. And where are you originally from?
I am originally from Harrisburg, Oregon. It's like half an hour away from Eugene.
Nice. Bryson, 22 years old. Just going to graduate community college. I won't say where.
All right.
What do you see yourself doing as a career?
What do I see myself doing?
What do you want to be doing?
What do I want to be doing? I want to be in a studio. I want to be filming. I want to, tell a story. And I would love to be a director. However, I don't have like enough experience to be in that position. I've done a little bit, like just small ones. But what I've noticed is when I try to do bigger ones, and I had to rewrite my capstone because I was gonna have like a lot of people, but I realized this is gonna be too overwhelming, and I couldn't get enough people in on that, so I had to shrink it down badly. And even that, like I'm still struggling to lead, to direct.
So, do you see yourself being in like the film and TV industry and like stuff like that, like camera work and
one day in a few years, I see myself
animation.
doing that. What was that?
Or more animation?
Animation, possibly. That's more like, I mostly did it for fun because that's where I was going to start it, but it just became, I really wanted to get into 3D, but it became like just so difficult and frustrating. But I found myself like spending more time working with the camera and just spending more time on like a film set. So that's where I went from there.
Nice.
So, and I wanted to continue animation, like just 2D and all that, and even stop motion. Because I find it like much easier to do that, just drawing frame by frame and just moving figures around in stop motion.
So if you don't mind me asking, what steps and what kind of habits are you trying to develop to kind of further your career, in the sense of like, what are you doing anything that we aren't aware of that like you are trying to better yourself in to be able to be more successful in the career path that you're choosing to proceed?
I want to.
A lot of big words there.
Oh no, you're all good. Yeah, I want to spend more time on more like just freelance film projects, like to gain that kind of experience.
Hell yeah.
And
love it.
Work with other directors, like you, and just continue that path.
Not a
but I
director.
do want to be able to.
I'm just an independent filmmaker. I wear the hat, but it's it's cool.
No,
I appreciate it though. That's really sweet.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, but I want to continue down working with other people but I would love to work with people who have been doing filmmaking for years and have it as a career.
Of course.
Get their advice, get their knowledge, learn from them, work from them. Maybe I kind of like the idea of working like them, but I like working like me, because do it like you, not like. I'm trying to find the right words.
It's good. I think what you're saying is it's really good to find your own style.
Yeah.
Such a cliche question. I've gotten asked so many times. I hate this, but
no, you're all good.
I'm just curious. What kind of like films or shows or like what's your genre of choice?
My genre? I'd say like action, mystery, and drama.
Okay. Nice.
Mystery, when I watch a movie or a TV show, the only way I will be fully into it is if there's a mystery and I'm like always asking questions. Because like that's the only time like I will binge watch anything or just be fully into a movie. So I'm always asking questions like, what's going on here? Why is this person doing this? And I've noticed that like just watching other things and being on other sets, and I'm just sitting there just bored, and then just that one question pops up. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
what is happening?
Right.
That's what I want to be doing, and I think that's a very big part of filmmaking, is having a powerful mystery.
Nice.
And just being able to keep that flow.
Of course.
But if you want to, I have noticed, like a lot of sequels don't do well. I know like a lot of films and TV shows, like the hour in mystery, they're going to carry that on.
Right.
And they do a great job because, it depends on which ones. Because, with the sequel, like you have to be very careful with it. You're going to be introducing new characters and all this. And then like a new kind of story, but you're also going to be mostly building up on character relations.
Yeah.
But
so my last question for you, and this is the same question I asked Carson. I think that this is something that I've developed myself because I have a lot of doubts, not in myself, but just because it's an industry where it's like, yeah, it seems impossible. It's like a very dark tunnel. You don't really have people that, most of the time you don't have people that understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you give me an example of a time where you were so kind of down and just doubting the choice that you've made and your decision you wanted to do for life, and you're considering almost quitting, but then something captivated you enough to be like, no, I'm gonna push and I'm going to pursue what I want to be doing, and I believe in this and I think this is going to work out. Is there anything like that happened to you, or you don't mind sharing?
No, there was a time, and I'm perfectly fine with sharing. This was right, I'm gonna say my senior year at high school. Like this, in there, like I was trying to, get into there, I wanted to start some kind of club, something, get my fellow classmates in there. But consistently, and by like teachers and principals, I was always ignored. They'd look at my ideas, they look at this, I go, oh my God, it's great, all this. But they didn't do anything. Everything went to sports, which I'm fine with, but what about other subjects? And that's what was frustrating. And that's when I gave up on high school and I said, screw this, I'm just getting my degree and getting the hell out. But then, yeah, COVID hit and our senior year got cut in half, which was fine. And that's when I started working. And then that following fall, that's when I started coming to LCC. But I wasn't like fully financial enough, so I had to like play catch up and do only a certain amount of classes. But the hardest part for me was I was just so used to being quiet, and because growing up in Harrisburg, I really had bad trust issues and I did not like sharing anything with people. I only had one person at the time. His name is Chase, and me and him are still like close friends, but he joined the Navy. But he was the only person I actually trusted there to share anything. And that's what was hard for me, was opening up to people, telling them my ideas, because I didn't want to like say anything because I was always so nervous, scared, and shy. But later on, I did want to give up on college. I felt like it wasn't working for me. But then my dad said, look how far you made it. Right. Are you going to keep going?
And this is was this when you were doing the multimedia?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this is after my first year.
So after your first year of doing being in the AA program in multimedia for filmmaking, you wanted to give up.
Yes.
Okay.
After my first year, I wanted to. It just felt like I wasn't working. I wasn't connecting the way I wanted to, because that's what you need is connections and like, talking and good communications. But I felt like I didn't have that. And then,
so from there, what happened and made you realize that,
Well, I went back in, and then I did another term. I tried opening up again, but it wasn't until the following summer I did an internship at a small graphic design studio, and I had a few of my classmates there. I'm not gonna say their names at the time.
No, you don't have to. Please,
no, it's all right.
No, it's okay.
No, but that's when I realized, like, these guys are like super chill. No, they're super nice. And no, they were opening up about their drama stories. So I started doing the same because I felt like, they're sharing this stuff with me. I might as well do the same. And that's when I realized, that's when it clicked in me. It's like, these guys are like in the field I am. Like I can talk to them. Like it's better than I thought. So that's when I said, I'm going to spend more time at LCC. I'm going to try and join something. I'm going to see what else I can do. So after that, I joined the Torch, like the school newspaper team. I met the new advisor there, chief and editor. And then a few other classmates who joined, and others outside of my class, like in journalism. And they were like, teach me all this. And yeah, we all became like friends and all. And then.
So you pretty much found a community in the
yes.
same workforce that you kind of wanted to go pursue.
Yeah, and, sorry, go ahead.
And then pretty much you just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, that's what had to happen, or what happened, my bad. And then, yeah, just after that internship, I realized like I need to spend more time here. I need to do stuff and say, hey, I'm here.
That's
so
amazing.
What's going on?
Bryce, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. I'm going to ask you one more question just to leave the audience or whoever cares enough to listen.
Oh, yeah, go for
some
it.
Advice. What piece of advice could you give to people that want to pursue a creative career path as far as filmmaking, photography? You want to be a photographer, be a still photographer, I don't know, be a anything creative, and they just don't know if they should make that jump. What piece of advice can you give to somebody who's listening to this podcast right now and just wants to try to relate?
Yeah. The best I could say to do is I had a hard time finding people in the beginning like who wanted to do like in high school because so I was always on like YouTube. I was watching them like that's when I was like starting doing like drawing and a little bit of animation photography. I was like trying like all these YouTubers, all these creators, what they were doing, and that's what I was taking on, trying to apply it to what I'm doing. That's what I was doing. I was going off of like other YouTubers, people on Instagram, like trying to pull as much information I can and apply that to what I'm doing. And I realized so what I work well with, the stuff that I'm working well with, is what I need to stick with and avoid the stuff that I'm not doing well with. Amazing. Like come back to that later.
Totally. Well, I'll be linking your social media down in the description below of this this video, so you'll get tons of followers.
Yes.
This has so many views. No, I'm just kidding. But
that's all right.
For real, Bryce, thank you so much for joining me on this quick little interview. It means a lot to me.
Thank you
this
for
is still a
letting
work
me
in
do
progress.
this.
Obviously, video's still down, but the audio is crisp. So thank you so much. Your project was badass. And I look forward to having you on more projects of mine, as I hope I can return the favor.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you, Bryce.
Yeah, thank you, Hayden.